Hi, I'm Pam Sidhu here at Sabras Radio. Now, many of you may have heard of an incident, to put it mildly, that happened in 1919. It was the day of Massacre. It was Amritsar. Yes, I'm talking about Jallianwala Bhag, massacre that happened like you cannot believe. One of the biggest massacres, one of the biggest crimes that was committed by the British Empire. But now we have a new story that is being told about the plight of one of the survivors from that massacre. Yes, Sardar Udham Singh. So joining me today is Vicky Kaushal. Hi, Vicky.
Hi Pam, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. Great to have you with me. Now, of course, you've done a lot of amazing stuff. You've really given us some phenomenal acting. But how was this role for you, playing the role of such a huge historical character?
It was surreal. It was very, very special for me. I belong to a Punjabi family. I'm born and raised in Mumbai, but my ancestral house, my pind, is in Hoshiarpur, which is just 2 hours away from Jallianwala Bhag.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I keep visiting that place once in every year. There's not been a single year that I haven't been in Punjab or I haven't been to my pind. So
Yes,
we have been raised with stories about Sardar Udham Singh, Shaheed
yes,
Bhagat Singh,
absolutely.
Jallianwala Bagh. So we know of these stories. They are part of our upbringing. They are part of our culture. And for me to get the opportunity to, relive that chapter of history, to relive the journey of Sardar Udham Singh was very, very special. And
Yes,
it came in with a lot of responsibility because not many people outside Punjab know about him, not even
that's
heard
right.
about him.
Yeah,
So it came in with a lot of responsibility that, if people do resonate with the story, with the film, this is how they're going to remember him. And
yes,
for that, you have to be absolutely responsible, very sensitive, and truthful to the
yeah,
process.
yeah. So it's interesting you should say that because I was going to ask you, obviously being from a Punjabi family yourself, that you must have known about the story. So I too can completely relate to what you're saying. I was born here in the UK, but at 12 years old, went and saw Jallianwala Bagh, and it's so emotional
It is.
to go there, to witness it, and seeing the trailer of this film, seeing the emotion that you have put into portraying Sardar Udham Singh, that couldn't have been an easy thing to do. What was it like for you to actually, relive what he went through?
It was challenging, to be honest. What you see in the trailer is actually we have kind of catered to the 21-year long journey of Sardar Udham Singh from 1919 to 1940 to kind of
That's
live
right.
with this pain and live with this anguish
Yes.
of what he witnessed, that bloodbath that he witnessed as a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And then for how somebody can be so affected where your core can get shifted to that
Yeah.
extent that you can't let go of that pain for 21 years.
Yeah.
And then he eventually avenges that bloodbath in 1940 by assassinating Michael O'Dwyer in Caxton Hall.
Yes.
It
Yes.
was it
Yes.
was challenging to kind of hold on to that emotion.
And did you need to do a lot of research? Having said that you grew up, you knew the story, did you still need to go into more detail about his life, or did you already, were you already, yeah, I know this character?
No, we had to. We tried our best, but unfortunately, the reality is that he is actually a very mysterious character in our history books. Not much is elaborated about him in our history
Right.
books.
Yeah.
The only evidential proof of his existence is from March 1940 when he assassinated Michael O'Dwyer, then his 3 months of imprisonment, and then he was finally hanged in July 1940. So it is only the letters that he wrote from the prison, it is only the speeches that came out from those court sessions that you know that, okay, Sardar Udham Singh actually existed.
Yeah.
Before that, everything before that, his journey with HSRA, with the Gadar Party, his kind of relation with the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, everything. Wherever you will read about him, it's only in a way that they say that it is heard that he was there. It is said that he was in this country with this name. So it is all very mysterious. It is all very like it's not factually evidently there that
Yeah.
anybody can say that he was actually there and he was actually there. So it became very difficult to kind of chalk him down, his journey down on paper, and then
Yeah.
to get the emotional graph right.
Yeah. we have had many parties here in the UK campaigning for the British government still to this day in 2021 to give an apology.
Right.
An official apology has never been issued. So
Yeah.
what is the message, as you said at the beginning of this chat, that many people outside of Punjab don't know what happened? What is the message that you would like to get across to the viewers of this film?
There's a quote outside Auschwitz camp which says, "The people who do not remember their history condemned to make the same mistakes again." And that is why we felt that it is important to let the world know about what the massacre was, what Jallianwala Bhag was, so that as mankind we don't make the same mistakes again. Of course, I would really hope and pray that there's a discussion about the apology that starts after this film, and that's why it was important for us to make this film reach out to the Indian diaspora across the globe, and not just the Indians, but also we would love for the Britishers to watch this film. We would love for people across the globe, because oppression has been there in the history of most countries.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
And we would want them to connect with stories like these.
Yes, yes. Well, as you're saying, you're bringing the history into modern day. There has been discussions going on here in the UK. There has been discussions even raised in Parliament about issuing this apology. We had the 100 years just recently, because of course in 2019 it was the 100-year anniversary of Jallianwala Bhag.
Right.
But thank you, Vicky, for taking the time to speak to our listeners and viewers today, and thank you for making this film. Thank you for highlighting the plight of Sardar Udham Singh. The film is available on Amazon Prime. But
Thank you so much,
thank you
Pam.
so
Lovely
much.
talking to you.
And you too. Thanks.
Thank you.